Hey guys, so today I'm going to be telling you guys how the waiting room from Nationals is the part 2 to the last text from Nationals. So these are two different dances almost 3 years apart, and I'm going to show you guys how they are connected. I'll show you guys a comment that someone made about this, and yeah, let's just get right into it and I'll show you the pieces of evidence I have to show that these are connections. This comment right here really stood out to me, so I'm going to read it out to you guys, and yeah, explain a lot about the last text. So for y'all confused about the story, it's about a bunch of friends who are driving all together, singing and not paying attention to the road, and they crash. Where the first piece of evidence takes place. Kenzie is thrown from the car and instantly dies, and Nia's a doctor and tries to save her by operating on her. This leads me to my first piece of evidence that they are both connected. Last text, Nia can be seen operating on Mackenzie, trying to get her back alive as she was thrown exactly off of the back of the car and died instantly. This can also be shown as why, in the waiting room, Nia hugs Connie. Connie is supposedly in the waiting room Mackenzie's mother and also Kendall's mother. The waiting room is theorized that Mackenzie was just a spirit. I'll show you the following evidence I have in videotape. So first, we can see they're driving a car and texting, and you can see that they crash and it was hit from the back of the car. So this means that Mackenzie would have died instantly, and she was thrown right off the car and died instantly. Angle of that, you can see that she is dead. She dies right there. Too long after, Nia runs over to Mackenzie and starts doing CPR on her. As you can see here, this hence is that she's a doctor. To save her by doing CPR, and obviously it doesn't work, she's dead. In the waiting room, Nia can be seen as a nurse or a doctor. Also in the waiting room, Mackenzie is dressed very different from the other girls. Dressed very much more basic. I think that in these scenes, Mackenzie is just a spirit. The thing I have to back this evidence is that Nia runs over and hugs Connie. I think that she was just told that Kendall and Mackenzie did not make it and they died in the car crash. This is the first piece of evidence and it all goes together. Let's continue reading the comment. So Paige goes into shock, and you can see that because she froze and she was in shock. Although her injuries weren't as bad, dies from traumatic stress. The reason Maddie survived also is because the car was hit from the back, not from the front. And even though Paige was in the front, she was a driver, and so she had a traumatic experience. Maddie is the only one left in the car. She is the only one that survived. Even though Nia might not have survived, people may suspect that Nia actually came out with minor injuries. Comment it does say that only Kendall, Brooke and Chloe passed from blood loss. Could have been injured, but that doesn't mean that Nia didn't die. Nia was operating on Mackenzie on the last text. She had blood all over. Mackenzie was only out of blood on her. Waiting room, Nia had blood on her. That's just another piece of evidence I have. I continue reading the comment, but I will not be showing any more clips. You can find these for yourself. Oh, by the way, in theory, apparently, Paige died because she got paralysed from the waist down. That's how she died. I don't think that one's true, but yeah. So, like it says, Maddie is the only survivor. She's live with it for the rest of her life. And like the comment says, the dance continues in season 5. Maddie's in a hospital waiting room with Kalani, waiting to see the results. If you're wondering why Jojo was there, Jojo was apparently on the scene when it was happening. The reason Maddie ran off stage feeling sick is because she was told none of her friends survived. There is one more theory that there was a part 3 to all this. Suicide Hotline. Okay. I know Suicide Hotline was actually a tribute to Kalani's late friend, but it's thought that it could be just Kalani killing herself. Because, first of all, that's literally what it's about. But also, her 2 daughters, Kendall and Mackenzie, apparently died in the car crash. Well, dead, but not in real life. And after years, she just got sick of it and killed herself. This is just a theory, but I do not believe that one. That's all I have for you guys today. Make sure you like and subscribe and tell me what you think in the comments down below. Bye!